Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the latest home video review from us here at FlickDirect, and for today's home video review, I'm here to talk to you all about one of my favorite movies of the year, coming to 4K, and that is A Quiet Place Part 2. In case if you guys have not seen A Quiet Place Part 2 yet, A Quiet Place Part 2 is a sequel to 2018's A Quiet Place, and by the way, in case if you guys have not seen the original film, no spoilers, but in A Quiet Place Part 2, after their family home has been destroyed, the Abbott family must go out and venture away from their home to brave a much larger and a much scarier world. This movie is absolutely incredible. In case if you guys have not seen my review of this movie, I absolutely loved this movie. It's one of my favorite movies of this year. I love the original film, and somehow, at least in my eyes, Part 2 expands upon the original film and makes it even better in every single way possible. In terms of John Krasinski's directing, you can see he's got a lot more confidence behind the camera, especially in a couple of shots that I cannot believe he pulled off. Sound design is even better if you ask me. The sound design feels like a natural evolution from the original film. The music is absolutely terrific as well, and there are many sequences that when I saw in the theater, like on home video, my heart was racing like a mother F. If you guys did not see this movie in theaters, if you guys didn't have the chance to check it out, without talking about the video and audio quality, pick this movie up. If you love the original film, I think you might love this film even more than the original film. Getting right into the audio and video quality, starting off with the video quality, A Quiet Place Part 2 in 4K is presented on an aspect ratio of 239:1, and I gotta tell you all, in 4K, this movie looks absolutely astounding. And knowing that this film was shot on film on 35mm, it looks even better. I saw this movie twice, in Dolby and in IMAX. In 4K, you see so much more details. The details of the skin, the fabric of the clothing, close-ups, you see more pores in a character's skin. There's one particular scene that I was really looking forward to seeing how they're gonna pull it off, and that is the dock sequence, to which I don't want to spoil for you guys in case you haven't seen it, but let me just say this right now. The editing, the cross-cutting in this scene is some of the best cross-cutting I have seen in a long time. And just the amount of detail and the contrast in the scene going back and forth between this dock sequence and where Emily Blunt's son, played by Noah Jupe, is hiding. The contrast between the darkness and the reds in this sequence is absolutely amazing. And not to mention, the HDR adds so much more to this movie. Look out for a shot that happens in the first 15 minutes. It's a one-shot take, and this shot still blows me away to this day. Going on to the audio quality, A Quiet Place Part 2 is on a Dolby Atmos track, and oh my word. The Dolby Atmos track of this movie, it really makes you pay attention to the sound so much, because one thing that I noticed about watching this movie in theaters, even more so watching it at home, there are subtle things that John Krasinski and his sound team does with the sound. Like, for example, you'll notice when he's going for groceries before going to his son's baseball game, you'll notice that some certain things that John Krasinski picks up in the scene, he slightly amplifies that sound. Hearing the monsters coming in the opening sequence when they're starting to attack people, hearing the clicking sounds, it's a very satisfying click. Every step, every footstep they make, well, not really footsteps, but you guys get my point. You get a nice bass response, and my god, the Dolby Atmos track in this movie is absolutely incredible. Finally, moving on to the special features, A Quiet Place Part 2 isn't as packed with featurettes as I hoped it would be, but the featurettes that we do get are very interesting. There's one that goes over these video diaries that John Krasinski did over specific days of shooting, to which one day I was very excited that he did, in which he talked about the opening sequence. There was one in which he talked about going through the lumber mill sequence, which I absolutely loved. There's also one called Pulling Back the Curtain, in which why he made A Quiet Place Part 2, and he goes even further in depth with the sound design, with the sound team. And if you're looking into being a sound designer in movie making, this is definitely one that you should definitely check out. All in all, what we have here is an absolutely terrific horror film sequel. Honestly, one of the best horror film sequels out there to one of the best horror films of the last decade. Phenomenal video quality, phenomenal audio quality, with great special featurettes. So guys, all I'm gonna say is this. This is one of the best films of the year. If you have not seen it, if you missed your chance to go see in the movie theater, please guys, check this movie out. And let me tell you all, you are in for one hell of a ride. Trust me, this movie is absolutely incredible. I hope you guys enjoyed my home video review of A Quiet Place Part 2 in 4K. If so, please hit that like button, also share, and don't forget the subscribe button and the notification bell for whenever the latest video from us goes live. If you guys want to see our previous 2 home video reviews, please click it right there or there. And of course, until our next home video review, we'll see you guys next time. Have a great day, guys.
Hit like, smash subscribe, and get notified for when our reviews, interviews, and news go live.